talking about that. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Your guess on that one is as good as mine.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I had to set up like dual extra security login features, whatever. Yeah. And as soon as I did that, Streamlabs wouldn't let me, like Twitch wouldn't let Streamlabs log in to actually do the show.
Yeah, that's because Streamlabs is then interfering with Twitch's stuff.
So I disabled it, but now that I disabled it, I don't know if I'm going to be in, like, trouble. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm having, like, have you ever, like, just had a day where you just feel off?
No, I have days where I'm in pain constantly.
Like, I was walking out of the bathroom door, and you know how, like, you take the, like, you're walking into the store, and you got the door, you have to grab it, and then you have to, like, pull it, because it's got the automatic short.
Yeah.
I pulled on the bathroom door like it was that, swung it wide open, glad I didn't knock myself out, slammed into the cabinets or whatever, and I was like, why did I do that? It was like like you got an 8-year-old kid, right? You've got the basketball. They're just learning to catch. You can throw it at them, or you can just chuck it. That's what I did, basically. I don't know. But, like, the whole day has been just kind of funny. Like, I feel like I don't know. It just feels funny to me. Off. Hey, Sav, how are you? Hopefully I can watch the show. The internet where I am has been super spotty. Kicked me off a Zoom class. Well, the class is definitely more important than the show. Although the show is good for your soul, like chicken soup and such. So I don't know. Actually, I think I would rather watch the show than watch class if I had the choice. And if I didn't have the choice, I would probably still watch the show.
So we did. So this is tech. So this falls under the category of talk shows and podcasts.
Okay.
In school today, for my computer program class, we were doing commercials and advertisements.
Okay.
The commercial and advertisement that the previous class had chosen was my podcast. That's what we were advertising.
Okay.
So, funnily enough, and guess when the podcast was advertised to go on? Thursday nights.
Every Thursday?
Every Thursday nights.
Wait, so it wasn't just a demo to do for class. It's like you're supposed to actually do it?
A demo to do for class. We're not allowed to put it like out as an actual advertisement or anything. But the class before us, a single person there that I do not know chose that my podcast is what we were advertising, and we were advertising that it airs Thursday nights every single week. So,
when I first started doing broadcasting and sound and everything else, well, actually, I guess before that I was in high school and I did some, and I had got enough just to know how to do this one thing that I needed to know in a group setting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have like a director and a sound guy and another sound guy, and then the guy on the stage that tells people or turns on the mic and everything, I knew what my one job was. Oh, your microphone is not on?
Why does this thing keep turning on? It's on. Yep, look. Now it's off. Nope, now it's on again. Now it's on.
Well, now we got two people telling us that we're good. Okay.
Okay, turn it off, turn it back on. If it's not working now, I'm giving up.
Okay. So, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, so I went to this sound class, video class that a church sent me to.
Yeah.
And in the class, we were there for like a weekend or something. We had to like make a commercial for spring cleaning.
Okay.
Just to say that, hey, this coming weekend is spring cleaning. Everybody should, show up and clean.
Yeah.
And so we took like a really funny approach to it. And I just remember doing it, but it wasn't because we were actually having spring cleaning. It was just part of the class to do a commercial video. But yours is to do the commercial, not show the commercial, and then actually do the podcast?
What was actually do the podcast wasn't a part of it. That was just a random thing that they chose as the theme of the commercial.
Okay.
That's what they were advertising. Somehow, they were spot on, and then I had to record my own commercial.
You're so funny. What you should do is, this show should count as extra credit for you.
Should it now?
I think it should.
I already run my own podcast in school.
Yeah, that's why I said extra credit.
I think the podcast counts as extra credit in school.
You should convince the teacher to let all your other teachers know that you're getting so much extra credit in this one class that it should spill over into the other classes.
Government.
There you
Spills
go.
over into
There you
government.
go.
It's the only class in the pass. Spill it all over.
Spill all over there, just so you can get it. Hello, Super Ellie. How are you? Give us a heads up if the mic goes out again. We actually haven't changed the batteries in a while, and so maybe we're getting low. I know we've done several shows, and now that we're doing 3 a week and we have it on before and all that other stuff, maybe it is kind of funny.
Yeah, I might start changing them out once every week or two.
Yeah. So, I guess we can get into, do you know what the day is, the National Day?
Let's see. All right.
Because when I say it or I don't say it, then you're like, wait a minute, time out. It's National Podcast Day.
National Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day.
Wow. To all you ladies out there watching the show.
Watch my stream later. We're doing engineering.
We do engineering. We should. Oh, so what time is your stream?
7:30.
Doing a stream tonight, 7:30 Central Time. It's Twitch/Dyer Does Things. If you're getting this on YouTube 24, 25, 26 hours later, sorry you missed it. But
There's oh my lord.
so engineering, I'm actually printing hinges for a project that I'm making right now.
Today is the day of the Great American Spit Out.
The Great American
The Great American Spit Out. Observed Thursday of the third full week in February. The Great American Spit Out raises awareness about the harmful effects of smokeless tobacco. The Great American Spit Out, also called Gaspo.
So, when my mom was a little girl, she was walking with her grandpa, my great-grandpa, and he, had tobacco a lot.
Yeah.
And so he was walking down with her, and something hit her shoulder, and she got mad at him. She's like, "Grandpa, you spit on me." And it was actually a bird had flew overhead and happened to mark her right then and there. And of course, Grandpa was laughing so hard, I'm surprised he didn't actually swallow the tobacco. But a little side note there.
So, funnily enough, since I'm streaming today, this won't be happening. Today is National Quiet Day.
Ah, yeah.
Pistol Patent Day.
Wow. You're supposed to patent one?
Yes. For you guys in the UK, today is National Toast Day.
Gaspo.
Yeah, the Gaspo. Today is National Toast Day in the UK.
What, like actual bread toast?
Toast.
Not like
normal. No.
Cheers.
Normal toast.
Okay.
National Clam Chowder Day. National Chocolate Covered Peanuts Day.
And I didn't get M&M's.
National Chili Day.
Ooh, we should have gotten that.
Let's All Eat Right Day.
I had 3 donuts. 3 raspberry-filled donuts.
And eating what they serve at school, I'm not sure that counts as eating right.
Yeah.
And then finally, what I did today, National Digital Learning Day.
There you go. See? And what better way to spend a day like today on National Digital Learning Day than watching 2 of your favorite guys on the internet with a giant sign behind them that says digital.
Yeah. The moron and the smart one.
And somewhere between us is an engineer who could.
Yeah. So, somewhere between the knowledge of the 2 of us is an engineering degree.
Yes.
Somewhere in there.
Yes. Yes.
So any of you ladies who want to be introduced to engineering,
come and, well, actually, we've been assembling a lot of different things. But yeah, truthfully, honestly, I'm printing. So I got my 3D printer and I'm making its own stand, self-enclosed. And so I've been printing parts. I've got the feet. And I'm currently printing a hinge device that I can open and close the front end of it, because I'm going to put plexiglass around it. And so it's kind of cool to have a printer that prints its own upgrades. Yeah. It's kind of neat.
I can see that.
So, anyway, speaking of the great national spit out, I'm going to spit out our Discord invite here for all of those that want to.
Wow.
That was a nice tie-in.
No, I don't know
Discord.
about that one.
Discord, we have quite a bit of fun there. We were actually laughing last night. I had a little sidebar with some of the people on the Discord server. We were talking about, you're probably part of it. We were talking about me having an evil twin.
Dude, you are your own evil twin.
Yeah, and it was basically written in the chat that, like, if I had an evil twin, my evil twin would just be like a regular news broadcaster.
Yeah.
Instead of a good news one.
Your evil twin would start off, today's news at 9.
Yeah. And so, speaking of good news.
Speaking of good news.
The good news portion of the program, which is basically this whole program.
Which is the good news portion of the program, which is the program.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about, before I get started, for this weekend's, if I can find it, there was like an old TV show, since you went like all old school with the Nintendo.
Yeah.
There was an old TV show called Captain N, the Game Master.
I've heard of this.
And basically, the guy gets sucked into his original NES, and he plays himself going through the different games, and his belt is the controller. And he can hit like A to jump super high.
Can you just imagine?
And he has a zapper.
Someone's running at you, and he's just going.
Yeah. I know, like in one of the scenes, he's like trying to dodge bullets, and he's hitting the left and right thing, and his body like shifts as it goes. So if I can get it, I'm gonna try to find Captain N, the Game Master. We'll put that on the show. At least show a couple of them. Or maybe just let it run for the weekend or something. I don't know.
See, they're right.
Yeah.
It was a reach. Let me spit out our Discord invite. Like, that's... no.
Some Sav appreciates puns and creative.
It was a reach, and you know it.
It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Was it? No.
So, my very first article was actually sent to me by one of our viewers. I'll put on the screen.
Is that so?
There is a picture of somebody whose name I am going to butcher the entire time. She is a bone cancer survivor, and she is going to participate in the first SpaceX private flight. Her name is Haley.
I think it's Acrono?
Arseneaux?
Arseneaux?
Arceneaux. Haley is a 29-year-old physician's assistant and former bone cancer patient. She'll become the youngest American in space later this year when she participates in the first SpaceX private flight. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, where Haley was once a patient and now works, announced on Monday that she will blast off later this year with the entrepreneur Jarek Isaacman and two contest winners. Haley will be the first person with a prosthesis in space. When she was 10, she had surgery at St. Jude to replace her knee and get a titanium rod in her left thigh. She still limps and suffers leg pain, but has been cleared for flight by SpaceX, and she'll serve as the crew's medical officer. So, like, she's been in and out of the hospital, I think, almost as much as one of my kids.
Like, if she's, more equipped to be a medical officer than anyone else.
Yeah, I've experienced
she's
it
got to know how.
Yeah. She says, my battle with cancer really prepared me for space travel. It made me tough. It made me tough. And then I also think it really taught me to expect the unexpected and go along for the ride. So that's kind of like a good way to live life, I think. If you're...
Yeah.
Things happen, good, bad, sometimes indifferent or whatever. I think that there's probably a big percentage that you can't actually control, and so you can get all upset about it, but if you just kind of go with it, kind of go with the flow, it just makes things easier, right?
Yeah.
I do know people who tend to like complain a lot, and after a while, you just get kind of tired of
Getting
listening.
drunk off your wine.
Right. And that one was less of a reach.
That one comes from the lovely ideology of my professor.
Haley wants to show her young patients and other cancer survivors that the sky is not even the limit anymore. She's going to mean so much to these kids to see a survivor in space. Isaacman announced his space mission on the 1st of February is pledging to raise $200 million for St. Jude, half his own contribution. As the flight's self-appointed commander, he offered
Self-appointed?
Yeah, self-appointed.
So does the crew agree with this?
I'm the first, so I'm the commander.
Yeah. Does the crew agree with this?
You know what? I want to be the first one on like a cruise ship and be like, I declare myself captain.
Is that so?
And if you... Oh, I think my thing just finished printing. So if you want to dethrone me, it's like King of the Hill. You know? Have you ever played King of the Hill?
I've played King of the Hill. I win King of the Hill.
Usually like at the top of the snow mountain.
I win King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Because eventually you just break the rules and you're just grabbing people and throwing them over the other side.
I'm thinking we should introduce Haley to
King of the Hill?
An engineering
Introduce
concept.
Haley to King of the Hill.
An engineering concept called King of the Hill, and dethrone that guy, become the new commander.
Is that so?
Yeah, he could be like the crew's cheerleader or something. I don't know. Anyway, he offered one of the 4 SpaceX Dragon capsule seats to St. Jude. Without alerting staff, St. Jude chose Haley from among the scores of hospital and fundraising employees who had once been patients and could represent the next generation, said Rick Shadyak. Shadyak?
Shadyak? That's pretty shady.
Shadyak, yeah, I know. President of the St. Jude's fundraising organization.
Is he a Shaniac?
Yeah. Haley was at home in Memphis when she got the out of the blue call in January asking if she'd represent St. Jude in space. Her immediate response was, okay, let's say you get a phone call. Hello? Yeah, is this Dyer? Yes, this is Dyer. Do you want to ride in...
You want to go to space?
Do you want to ride in Elon Musk's rocket this year? And just like leave Earth's atmosphere.
And just go. Just go.
So
nothing to worry about.
All of the like do you know anybody who's like one of those flat Earth people?
No, I cut them out very quickly.
I'm thinking like it's the ultimate. I actually looked out the window. Earth is not flat. It is a round ball. It's like a blue and green marble.
I don't need that kind of IQ. What's the word? Imperator in my life. Inhibitor. There it is. That kind of IQ inhibitor.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I can say.
I had to think.
Yeah.
I had to give it some.
Hey, Dyer, did you know what I think? I think Earth is flat. You know what I think? I'm sitting at a different table for lunch. I don't know if I can even get back on my. I don't know if I can even get back on here.
You can't get back.
I think I might just go ahead and skip the.
Yeah, you can't get back on.
Basically, the commander Isaacman, right? He flies fighter jets for a hobby, and maybe that's what makes him a good commander. Yeah, he might actually be flying the shuttle, and so you probably would need some qualifications. Hey, Dyer, do you want to fly into space this year? I don't know. Can I be the commander? Do I get to fly it? No. No.
So fun thing. What I've just been staring at my phone for the past 20 minutes doing is, we now have new emotes on the Discord server. We now have emotes of our faces that our lovely viewers have screenshotted in the middle of stream.
Okay, we've got to see this. Okay. Are you putting one up?
Oh, they're not. Oh, they're in the Discord server.
Oh, We've been okay.
I could probably get an emote up for this really
I thought we were
quickly.
emoting into.
Well, hold on. Because I don't know how to do emotes. So I don't know how to add emotes to this one.
So we have our own emote faces in
On the server.
Discord.
Yeah, on the Discord server.
And
I just put them in.
oh, you put them in.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said somebody was making them. I was
No,
like,
no.
who would want to make my face into an emote?
Our lovely viewers have screenshotted the amazing freeze frames of our faces during the show and have sent them to me, and I have now made them server emotes.
Nice. There was like that one classic one that I was sure was going to be like a meme that was going to take off with your face. And there were so many good ones that came out of that.
Yeah, I actually haven't turned that one into an emote. I really should.
Yeah, you should. You should. While you're working on that, I'll go ahead and do the next article, and we can circle back.
All right.
One of the big philosophical questions, I guess, in life is, who am I? Yeah?
Dude, I don't care. I just want pizza.
You just want pizza. Lucky for you, it's National You Get to Have Pizza Day
Yeah, right?
for dinner.
It's definitely not National Eat Healthy Day.
Yeah. Well, one of the big questions, who am I, has been a hard fought in the philosophical world. But have you ever tried to give a lost delivery driver, like a pizza dude, a quick answer to the other great question, where are you?
I feel like as a pizza guy, I get so lost.
Okay, so I had
If I'm not making in-town deliveries, I'm done for.
I had a kid tell me, my car's dead, I have no phone battery, and I'm stuck here at the Amazon facility. And I was like, cool, where are you? At the Amazon facility. Okay,
Which one?
that is like half the size of the town that we live in. It's huge. It's huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the north side of the building or the south side? I don't know. If you just take the GPS, it'll take you right to it. Well, sure, it's going to take me to a building that's like 15 football fields or something, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
The thing's massive.
It's like I'm at Disney World. Okay, I'm standing next to people in Disney World. Okay, there's a monorail. I can see a monorail. Okay, there's monorails everywhere. Okay,
someone singing the Small World song.
yeah. So I feel like this is an ongoing problem for probably more than just one, but some are very, very, very directionally challenged.
Directions with you when you're trying to direct me in the when you're picking me up from school, those are great.
Well, you're getting my text messages, I think, like...
I'm getting them about a minute late,
Here's the thing. You were coming out, I sent you a text message. To your right. Well, your phone vibrated in your left pocket, so you turned left for some reason when you picked your phone out, looked at it, and then you're like, oh, right, and then turned right to where you were still going with this dazed and confused look in your head while I'm like, oh, come on.
Whenever I'm trying to follow your direction, I might as well just be like...
I'm gonna send up a flare.
You might as well.
Yes.
You'll have better chance of getting... Might as well.
Anyway...
Better chance of getting
to the actual article, those living in the luxury of clearly numbered houses on a city street know little this pain. Although, around here, there's plenty of houses that aren't marked properly, or they're covered in snow, or you can't see them.
Yeah, those houses are lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
For those in rural areas, it has only become more acute with our higher dependencies on deliveries during lockdown. Like Amazon, they deliver so much stuff here. They know us like...
Yeah, Amazon's
yeah.
Average income on what, like 700%?
Yeah. Well, the answer can be an almost poetic description of the countryside, left at the War Memorial, past the large beech tree, over the concrete bridge, or along the river, past the abandoned lorry, turn right at the gas station, but can also be 3 words, generated by an algorithm that pops up in an app called what3words. Have you ever heard of it?
Downloading it.
It's literally one word. It's what, the number 3 words. I'll put a quick paste here. The generator of these magic codes was founded in those carefree days of 2013 by Chris Sheldrick and Jack Whaley Cohen. I was the GPS geek then, Sheldrick recalls. I was in the music business and said, what can be so hard about plugging in 42.19632 degrees north and all the rest in the navigation system?
I'm still trying to figure out what that has to do with the music system.
I know, right? He learned quickly someone mixes up a 4 and a 5, which is so easy, right? Yeah. Especially if you're typing it. Or, you're hitting it. You're not supposed to be using your GPS while driving, but some people do anyway, but not me.
Yeah.
Not me. And it arrived at a house north of Rome instead of south.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so there's 4 panels. I'm gonna read off these 4 panels. This is how what 3 words opens. Street addresses don't always point to precise locations.
Not exactly.
What 3 words has given every 3 meters square in the world a unique 3-word address. The words are randomly assigned to each square and will always stay the same. Now it's easy to find and share any location with just 3 words.
Yep. So, I was just about to say that, so now I don't need to.
So, for where we are, 3 words.
Don't say it.
No. Okay, so I don't. This isn't near us.
Okay, I got a couple examples here we can use.
Okay, so this is the one for us.
Yeah, see?
That's not right. Where is that?
That's us.
We don't have one of those near here.
No. If you type that in, if I had the app and I typed in those words, it will take me right to your door within 3 meters.
This is the one on our square.
Yes. So some other examples are evading drone softwood or honeycomb water courteous. And then you text those 3 words to a friend or the Pizza Hut guy. And they will type it into their thing, and it'll take them right to your doorstep.
That obstruct spaceships. Yeah, I went 4 towns over.
Okay. Because that's...
That obstruct spaceships. You want to run that one
by
me again?
There's one spot just... let's see here. I got a little lost. What 3 words is available basically in 47 languages.
47.
From Welsh to Zulu. They aren't direct translations. For example, you can't translate potato, onion, cheese into French because it becomes 5 words. And I'm not saying that.
Pomme de terre. Onion. That's why he always says onion so weird. Onion.
Fromage.
What's the guy's name? The French chef. You know what I'm thinking of, right? The guy who's cussing onion.
Yeah. And
I get it now.
I'm thinking of the Louisiana guy.
Onion.
Okay. Instead, each territory is localized with linguistic nuances and sensitivities taken into account. So the app has developed a big fan base among the public, government, and business. There are now an option for a what 3 words address if you order a parcel to be delivered by Hermes.
So gods are delivering parcels now?
Well, and gets better. The sat-nav in a Mercedes-Benz car recognize the words as an address, as do London private cab companies, Addison Lee and Kareem, the Dubai-based ride-hailing app. Last summer, when London's pubs were closed, one brewery used it to deliver beers to picnickers in parks. So, it'll give you a spot, at the park. You know what I mean? So if I were, say, looking for somebody at an Amazon facility, it would take me within probably a couple of car parking spots to where they're at. It'd be easy
because it's 3 meters.
Yeah. So what 3 words would say it is just navigation, but it is being used as an alternative address system that's causing consternation among those who believe location and address data shouldn't be owned by a private company. Anna Powell-Smith, founder of the Center for Public Data, which pushes for better data in the public realm, says it's widespread adoption that should come with a caveat. The coordinates are assigned by a proprietary algorithm, so it's really not suitable for the national public infrastructure like addresses. Then again, even Royal Mail has turned to what3words for a pilot scheme for drone deliveries to the Isle of Mull, off the west coast of Scotland and sparsely populated. The island's postcodes cover extensive areas, while the regular postman knows his way around. An outsider would be completely,
outdone.
Yeah, you're just, it's kind of cool. So a drone can deliver in a 3 meter by 3 meter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just,
You're nerding out.
I want to
about
get
this.
sidetracked, but I really don't want to.
You're nerding out about this.
I was flying
sidetracked.
I was flying a drone like 2 years ago,
All right.
and I'm at this house. The drone's on the ground. Jerry spins up, and it makes the sound.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I did, the 2 dogs that live at this place were like, "Eat it!" and they started running. Flipped her to sports mode, pulled back on the triggers, and she shot up in the air, and the dogs followed her around, waiting for her to come back down so they could get the jelly-filled creamy
Yeah,
center.
see what dogs don't understand. You bite that, you got a little propeller spinning every press speed.
Yeah, and I don't think the dog would care. He would probably get hurt, and then the other one would take over. And either way, I knew Jerry couldn't stay up there forever. And so I have the back of my pickup truck has a ladder rack with these bars that kind of come up, and it makes like a square, like a rectangle.
Yeah.
I actually landed that like right in the center on top of a pallet in the back, and the dogs were like, "Oh man!"
Well, doesn't that just suck?
They were salivating. The one was actually drooling on the ground, like, "I'm gonna get it." You know what I mean? So anyway, simplified navigation. Let's see. Basically, everybody's using it, from farmers to church parishes to fly tipping. I don't know what fly tipping is.
Fly tipping?
Potholes. People can mark potholes, like going up and down the road. Like my Google Maps and Waze. Like if there's something in the road, you can push a button and it'll do it. But it's kind of cool. We used to do. You and I have been geocaching. Do you remember doing that?
I need to now know what fly tipping.
I don't know. I know what cow tipping is.
Fly tipping. To fly tip is to dump waste illegally.
Aha! That's a UK thing. It sounds like a fancy way to although I don't know how do you get fly tipping from that, but anyway, what3words doesn't charge emergency services or light use businesses, but we do charge businesses for high volume usages of the API, which allows them to convert 3-word addresses into coordinates. This is not exceptional. It is worth pointing out that these businesses are used to paying for address data. So since March of last year, what3words says there's been 1,000% surge. There's been 1,000% surge in use by economic companies trying to locate their own customers. And basically, somebody says, "Are you trying to take over?" And no, they're not. They really, truly, honestly, just want to make things a little bit easier for them.
Just that tad bit easier.
So my very next article.
Your very next
My
article.
very next article is specifically what3words. Okay, there was like several of different of these articles. This was just one that I picked out.
Well, I know one of the titles.
A
for this
Stafford
stream is
woman
gonna be-
rescued from a flooded river after using the app, what3words. 2 women were trapped in thigh-high floodwaters. They were rescued after using the location app, what3words. The fire services said the pair called from Doxy Marshes, Stafford, at 21:30 GMT on Tuesday after the river.
Oh, so it's just about
Yeah.
3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, the river burst its banks. One of the walkers had the what3words app on their phone and used it to give the call handler their exact location. Firefighters arrived 20 minutes later and found the women who had been in the car for more than an hour. The app divides the world into 3x3 squares, and we don't have to go through the rest of it. But there were quite a few of them. The women in this one were 19 and 20, and they were discharged at the scene. But, like, there's a lot around us. We have, like, a lot of cornfields.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving down the road. You got your GPS on, maybe not. You know, a deer runs out in front of you. Hit the deer. You go off into the ditch. The car rolls over, and you're literally on a cornfield. And you could tell that 911 operator, or what is it in the UK, 999 or whatever?
I'm in a cornfield.
Yeah. I'm on I'm on Main Street, right? And they'll say, well, where are you? You know, south of what roads or whatever. And I don't know. Do you know what all the side roads are? I mean, I guess I do.
Do you expect me to know when I'm flipped over in a cornfield?
Most people don't, right? And can you tell them exactly you might know your road, and maybe they can find you. But
I'm at this exact
some of our roads in between towns have the same name, and it can go on for miles and miles and miles. And let's say you call the city thinking you're inside the town, and then the city people drive along the road and they go, well, that's not us. So then they have to call the county, and now the county has to come out and then search the rest of the way. It could be hours, you know. And if you're stuck upside down, or if your car's on fire or something, it could be a different thing. So my next article, do we have time? Oh yeah, we got time. I'm going to put up this picture. This is probably the coolest thing you will ever see. Let's see here, screen. You know what? This is a full screener. Look at that. There's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
This man makes amazing origami art folding single sheets of paper for months at a time. That is a dragon. A Finnish origami artist who turns brilliant ideas into reality simply by folding paper. I can't believe that's like one sheet. Can you see that?
That's gotta be a big sheet of paper, right?
You would think so.
It's gotta be a decent sized sheet of paper. How do you get the surface area for all that?
Have you seen, what is the thing, like, you can get like a sheet of paper and you can only fold it in half so many times, like 8 times or something, right?
Yeah.
Is it 8? 1, 2,
Well, it's
3,
supposed to
4,
be
5,
8.
6, 7, 8.
We folded 1 to 9 though, so it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
I remember taking a giant sheet of like newspaper and bigger than that, trying to fold it, thinking like if you got a bigger sheet you could.
No.
I had a hard time with it. 23-year-old, and this is a Finnish guy, but we'll just call him, I'll just say his first name, Juho. 23-year-old Juho began folding origami models when he was just 8 years old. More than a decade of practice has made him super skilled in his chosen endeavor, making paper characters inspired from history, folk tales, books, movies, mythologies, and more. Every piece of art he makes is folded from a single square sheet of paper, and there's never any cutting involved. That's hard to believe looking at that. Origami is not always an easy pursuit for this Lapland University art graduate, with the creation of just one character often taking many months of works and sometimes thousands of folds. Luckily, Junho finds the creative process therapeutic. As for the results of his designs, they're stunning. I'm going to put a link to his Instagram here. You can see a bunch of pictures on there. And I'll put up a couple more. Here is, let's go full screen. I forget which one's which. Here is a samurai dude. Look at that. That literally looks like one of our 3D prints, doesn't it?
That's what I thought it was at first when you first showed the little dragon.
This is, I think it's supposed to be an assassin. He's got a sword.
Is that an elemental assassin?
It's amazing. But now that I look at it, I was like, he doesn't even have a face. This guy's nothing. He can't fold nothing. Look at that.
All right, let me go get you a piece of paper, bud.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. Have you ever done origami?
I used to when I was a kid. We did it in school.
I remember making ninja stars in school because we weren't supposed to. And so I learned how to make ninja stars just because they said, don't make those.
Someone learned how to make the that super fancy S.
Uh-huh.
But that was pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah. Then, I see, I remember I used to fold the dollar bills into like rings and like bow ties and such like that.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't really get into like the crane. I don't know how to make the crane.
No, couldn't make the crane.
And that's supposed to
Origami Yoda. Those books had tutorials at the end of all of them
And
on how to make their characters.
There's like 3 books, right?
Yep. And they came with a page at the back of each book that you would tear out, and if you folded it and followed the instructions, it would fold it directly into that character.
Yeah, and
I did it.
so you know how to make a Yoda?
For the most part.
It doesn't take months to make, though, huh?
5 minutes.
Well, it's kind of cool. I think if you could get something to actually, like, you made it yourself. Like, you started with this design, and you're like, I'm going to make a guy with a bow and arrow, or I'm going to make a dragon, or whatever. It'd be kind of interesting to... Nah, I don't have time. I'm not gonna start origami. I got so many other things. If I want a dragon, I'll 3D print one, and I'll be happy with that.
That's because it's easier. It doesn't mean
Ready.
it's the thing to do.
No, ready, set, done. It's therapeutic to me listening to the machine going.
See, waking up at 3 in the morning and going to use the bathroom and come back, and then you're laying down and all you hear is, and then you don't hear anything else, and you're like,
Mosquito?
mouse just died? Meow.
Okay. Getting on to the next article. This Spanish city is squeezing green electricity from leftover oranges.
Oranges.
Anything?
Marmalade's good for something.
So I saw where was I at? I saw a place that makes, I think we might have done it here on the show. Oh, maybe we didn't. I actually saw this machine. You go and you can get, it's like a vending machine.
Mm-hmm.
You put in money, it gives you an orange juice.
Yeah.
It squeezes it right in front of you and puts it in the thing. But at the bottom where the peel and the pulp and everything that it doesn't use for the juice, it sits in the bottom and starts like, not decomposing, but the machine uses it and then 3D prints a cup that's 100% biodegradable, made from the orange
It's
itself.
made from the stuff.
And
So of course it's biodegradable.
I was like, I want one of those. You know what? That would be the ultimate business. A, I don't have to show up, except for to put oranges in it once in a while, right?
Yeah.
B, you make the oranges into its own cup, and then, I mean, it's almost like the Tropicana where they just have the orange with the straw in it.
Yeah.
That's basically it, right?
It's pretty much, actually, I think that's exactly
it.
That's exactly it.
So, Seville, am I saying that right? Home to palaces, oranges, and now a brilliant civic recycling innovative, recycling innovative. Am I saying that right? Maybe I typed this wrong.
Brilliant civic recycling innovative.
I'm thinking that will see millions of tons of fruit being
Or
turned into
is it
electricity.
innovation?
I think I typed it wrong. You know, like, what 3 words would be good for me if I'm
Civic recycling innovative.
Sometimes, like, you're typing away and you're just whatever. Okay. When the spring air lies thick with the smell of orange blossoms and the city is at its most beautiful, most non-residents will be aware that many of the 5.7 million kilograms, or about 11 million pounds, 11.5 million pounds.
11.5 million pounds.
Pounds of oranges from the city's 50,000 bitter orange trees will end up squished and decaying on the city sidewalks.
Is that so?
We had a apple tree in my yard when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of nice because you could go get apples when they first started blooming, right?
Yeah.
If you got them too early, they weren't ready, and then you made a mistake, and you knew that when you started eating them. But once they started, like, producing, you couldn't keep up with them fast enough, and then the bees would move in, and the bees would be around them all the time. And then they would fall because nobody wanted to go around the trees because the bees are there.
There's the bees.
And then you'd be out mowing the lawn, and you just run over the apples, and it's like applesauce, you know. And then the bees would be like, because you're running over the apples that they're trying to, like, you know, eat or whatever. So Flies swarm around these piles of sticky, fermenting oranges and get mushed anyway. Skipping ahead, M&S, the company that controls a large market share of Seville's water and sewage treatment needs, has decided to take all of that OJ and turn it into a different sort of juice. M&S is promoting a pilot project at Corporal Waste Water Treatment Plant for the second consecutive year to generate clean energy thanks to the juice of bitter oranges from the streets of the city. They released a press release on their website.
Mm-hmm.
So the juice of the bitter oranges is rich in fructose, consisting of very short carbon chains. This causes the fermentation process to run hot, enough to power 5 homes for a day on just 1 ton of oranges.
That's a ton of orange.
That's a ton.
I've seen a fair amount of oranges in my time.
I'm pretty sure that a ton of oranges is
a ton of oranges.
Okay, I'm not going to recover from that one. And I'm really sad that I didn't think of that one myself.
All right, so
5 homes for a day on something that's just going to waste anyway. The rest of the orange that's left over is turned into compost to regenerate the soil in local fields. The team behind the project, according to a report in The Guardian, believe that if all the city's oranges that weren't exported to Britain, where they're used to make marmalade, were instead sent into the methane electric plants, 73,000 of Seville's homes would receive green or perhaps orange power for the duration of the harvest season. 73,000 homes
73,000
on oranges
for 5 days.
Yeah. But they would receive all the power for the rest of the harvest season.
Yeah.
That's like amazing. That's
pretty
amazing. Good. Yeah. And on top of it, they're still using the oranges. It's just the stuff that they can't get to fast enough. Power the homes. 73,000 homes for free. For the whole season. I don't know what an orange season is.
And then marmalade.
Marmalade. I just sent marmalade to our friend, Mrs. Dye. And I hope she loves it.
I love marmalade. Marmalade's fantastic.
I think we got time for one more article.
One more?
Okay, this one, before I get to it, all right. Do you floss?
Every once in a while, yes.
I
don't make a habit of it.
I do the teeth brushing thing.
It's not like it's not the most comfortable thing
But
in
like
the world.
floss is just like I've already been, right? And you're getting ready in the morning. Now, I don't know, do you get up early enough to get everything ready and be done and ready and just sitting there and you're just waiting for time to go?
Basically.
My grandpa used to get up like 3 hours before he had to do anything. He'd get up, he'd make his sandwich, he'd do his stuff, he'd get ready, comb his hair, get dressed, and then he'd just be sitting there. He'd eat breakfast, and then he'd be done, and he'd just be sitting there waiting to go. He'd just like get off that early. I'm seeing somebody. How are you all doing? Hey, Super Alley. So, I don't. I have about the time that I think it takes me to get ready. I get up, I get my shower, do my stuff.
Yeah.
And when you're done, it's just like, to floss, it's like, no. But you might want to start. Because.
Is that so?
Because the simple habit of flossing reduces risk of COVID-19 complications, says a new study. Oh no, and it's going to blow your mind when I read the rest of this because it also has other ailments. In fact, I have a family member.
The shock face just
So, let's see here. If there were ever a universal human skill beyond things like running, jumping, and solving problems...
We're doing fine today, Ali.
Yeah.
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah, it would be the excellent capacity humans display for ignoring good dental hygiene. So I'm not the only one. Okay? I'm thinking that probably a lot of people don't floss. I remember when I would be sitting in the dentist chair. Yeah. And the dentist is like, "Do you floss every day?" And
I heard
"Yeah,
I heard that
just
as humans display for having good dental hygiene.
Oh,
So I heard that and it's ignoring.
for ignoring.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah.
right.
Brushing and flossing after every meal
Every meal.
is a difficult habit to build in kids. I
Yeah,
brush in the
certainly.
morning,
Certainly wasn't built in me.
and I think you're supposed to brush at night, but I'm not really good about that. Nah.
I brush at night for sure
Yeah, I don't brush
when I'm
I
done
brush
for
in the
the
morning.
day.
So brushing and flossing after every meal is difficult, okay, to build in kids. And one that's joyously forgotten among many adults, but it's not just gum disease that could visit those who ignore their dentist's advice. Recent research has linked gum disease to many other diseases like diabetes and cardiovascular disease.
My gums hurt.
Yeah.
Oh no, my heart doesn't work
Yeah.
so well anymore.
As well as increases in COVID-19 mortality.
Why? I would. Why?
Oh, no, wait. There's more. You're gonna love. You're gonna love the rest of this.
love to hear
Because
how your
I read
gums
this figure.
hurting,
Poor oral hygiene can lead to gingivitis,
which I have.
a gum disease, which, if ignored, can become the more severe periodontitis.
Yeah, that one's not
periodontitis.
happening. I'm downing mouthwash like it's a Sprite.
I'm drinking it. The latter was found in a study by the European Federation of Periodontology. The affect half of all British adults. Half of all British adults have it, right? They're really bad about flossing.
Like
over
it's a
there.
stereotype the British don't take good care of their teeth. What?
It's also a fact.
It's all, but actually seeing it
Okay, here you go.
is not great.
I'm not making this up. Okay. And by the CDC to affect about the same amount of American adults.
Well, we did come from the British, so
Okay. The Journal of Clinical Periodontology, I'm going to get this wrong, blah, blah, blah,
periodontology.
found that people with COVID-19 and gum disease had a 900% greater chance of dying from the virus, which also being 350% more likely to be hospitalized.
This doesn't explain how.
While the two phenomenon seem completely unrelated,
100%.
the correlation is simply the result of chronic inflammation, spurred on by diseased gums, exacerbating the inflammatory response generated by the SARS-CoV-2 virus.
This still hasn't told me how having gum disease can make you more likely to have COVID.
Because it's kind of like, well, let me just finish reading and we'll see if we got time. This knock-on effect is quite common in pathology, with some inflammatory responses like interleukin, known as IL, and tumor necrosis factor, being correspondingly found in nearly every disease known to man. The IL-6 is the principal factor in COVID-19 mortality, for example. The cause is simply the function that different immune agents have on our body. One of the leading inducers of death in COVID-19 afflicted patients is the much discussed cytokine storm.
Cytokine?
Yeah, cytokine storm.
No, cytokine.
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 Yeah, you're right. Cytokine storm.
Cycotine.
Cytokine.
Do we have dyslexia?
Yeah. Referring to the inflammatory
Cytokines.
Yeah. A type of immune cell targeting our own tissues with such fury that they can't survive. Fortunately, regular brushing and flossing in terms of healthy habits is much easier to do than cutting sugars out of your diet or spending 150 minutes a week in intensive exercise.
I sometimes do that per day.
Yeah. It's all that's required to prevent gum disease, which I didn't know that exercise and gum disease was related, but apparently it is. Furthermore, periodontitis...
So my gums been feeling great lately.
I know, right? Is completely reversible through good oral hygiene practices of brushing, flossing, and mouthwash use. There's like this big whoops that's coming still yet. Okay, the COVID study is another pointer to the fact that you need to have a healthy mouth for your overall health. Nicola West, the Secretary General of the European Federation of Periodontology, told the Times of London. The mouth is a window on the body. Bacteria in the mouth get into the bloodstream where they can harm the rest of the body. This explains why gum disease has been linked with diabetes, here it comes, cardiovascular disease, and the one that I left out, dementia.
No, I just took too many hits to the head as a kid.
Yes, you did hear me say dementia, and I wrote it in all capital letters because I was like, what?
So, okay, so now I need an explanation
You might
how.
not get dementia.
Now I need an explanation how.
Yeah, well, I just report the good news. Oh, I think my battery's dead.
Oh, look at you.
My battery's dead. And that one's going.
Yeah, this one's going.
Anyway.
Mine's just fine.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the rest of this?
Gonna go.
You want me to read the rest of this real quick then?
Go ahead and say you heard me say it.
Yeah, you did in fact hear him say dementia. Gum disease can cause dementia.
Yes.
How?
I don't know, but
We haven't gotten a single explanation to any single one of these things. So a study conducted by West found that bacteria prevalent in patients with periodontitis were also present in the brains of patients who died from Alzheimer's disease. Okay, hold on.
it's the bacteria in your bloodstream.
Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that if you have gum disease, you're going to have dementia.
It means that the bacteria is in your bloodstream. It causes it. And your body can't fight it off. Same with the COVID. You've got a bacterial infection that your body's immune system is like working to get rid of. And now it doesn't have enough power to take on other problems.
So just remove your gums.
Anyway, they can't hear me.
Just
So.
don't have...
They
No,
can't.
I'm looking towards you, so you're speaking right to my microphone.
Well, I don't want to talk because I haven't brushed my teeth. Now I'm self-conscious. So anyway, go ahead and close us out. Just
Alright, so do you want to read the rest of this then?
Yep.
Okay, this is because, West writes, gum disease bacteria, you closed the thing, can cross the blood-brain barrier. I almost said, I read that as it can cause brain cancer. And that was a little too much for me. Especially later in life when our immune systems are weaker and our risk for gum disease grows higher. I read that as gum dementia. Oh, I think it's time to be done. I think we're done.
Hold on for 3 more seconds.
For 3 more seconds. What am I supposed to do for 3 more seconds?
Well, push this.
Push the button.
No, say it.
There you guys go. There's a Discord invite for any guys that are new here. You're not part of the Discord server. Feel free to join that. We do movies, we play games, and if you're part of the Discord server and you're in the stream, we do giveaways to those lucky individuals. We have a giveaway for this stream, $20 in Amazon Cash? In Amazon Cash. Will be sent to one of you lucky individuals. I have to speak for him now, so basically you wanna do fake sign language at me? Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.
Do the drawing.
I know we're gonna do the drawing. Yeah, everyone.
Then we're gonna do the drawing.
Okay, so
shout out if you're here right now. I'm gonna.
alright, everyone in chat that would like to be part of the giveaway, just say hi or something in chat so we know you're here, and we'll add you on in, and then we're gonna spin a wheel, and that wheel is going to basically say that you're there. It's up on screen behind us. And I think, is that everyone? Is everyone in? We have CM Savage 6, Super Alley, but CM Savage 6 hasn't said anything, so Super Alley, because she has.
Got Electric, Super, some Sav. It looks like we're only people chatting.
Alright, so you 3 have been entered in. I don't care, but Just tell me this now. Thank you, HP.
Hey, so,
All right.
here. Go ahead.
So we're doing the roll right now.
Ready?
All right, let's get to it. So congratulations to SumSav for winning the $20 of Amazon credit. We will contact you. He'll probably contact you after the stream because he can actually say things then when it's not through a microphone that doesn't have batteries.
Tell them that I'll say goodbye.
We're going to say goodbye. I'm going to speak. He's going to BS his way through it. And I want to thank you all for coming out to the stream today. And we will see you Tuesday next week at 4 p.m., same time as this one started, for Super Alley. For Allie's show where she does arts and crafts. We hope to see you there, and we'll see you guys next one. Goodbye. Oh.